The Rena's sinking stern has been watched by a number of Tauranga locals this morning. News Talk ZB reporter Grayson Ottaway says he started getting calls from members of the public at around 9:30 saying that something was happening.
People on boats and people are watching from telescopes around the city started to contact us here at News Talk ZB that something was happening, that it looked like it was moving.
The Rena's entire accommodation section is now underwater and life rafts have detached from the back and can be seen floating along with a slick of various bits of debris washed into the sea as the stern went under. The bow of the ship remains stuck fast on Astrolabe Reef. A pilot who's done a flyover of the Rena described it as carnage. Island Air pilot David Yeo says there's a lot of debris and a light oil slick around the ship.
Now there's only probably not even a third of the aft end that you can still see out of the water now. There's just debris all over the place, what looks to be like oil and other bits and pieces sort of floating towards Motiri Island, and yeah, it's just carnage.
Maritime New Zealand agrees there's a lot more debris around the Rena with the stern section of the ship sinking, but they're waiting to see if any more oil has escaped. The early indications are that there is a visible slick, but it's not huge. Transport Minister Gerry Brownlee is being briefed on the situation facing the sinking Rena.
This has always been a very dynamic situation. There was a hope for a while that it might have been able to be towed into a shallower depth where it could be better dealt with, but the situation that developed over the weekend where it split apart almost ensured that it would sink at some point at the side of the reef.
Mr Brownlee says there's no immediate harm to people or the environment, with the biggest issue being identifying how much oil is still on board and ensuring that that doesn't spill.
The centre of that ship has a keel section through it. We know that some oil leaked into that section. We just don't know how much. There is one other tank there that we believe is sealed. So they're working on a worst case situation of being about 100 tonnes of oil.
The sinking of the Rena stern section has brought a strong reminder from Maritime New Zealand for those seeking photos. A 3 nautical mile exclusion zone remains in the water around Astrolabe Reef and a 1,500-foot exclusion zone in the air above. Maritime New Zealand says anyone breaching those exclusion zones will face penalties, and boaties are also being warned to keep at least 200 metres clear of any containers that they find fallen off the Rena. The Bay of Plenty Regional Council Harbour Master says the temporary zones around containers are necessary because they constantly move with the changing currents and the weather conditions. So boaties are being urged not to go out on the water unless necessary and to take extra care if they do go out. Allan Lee, RBG News.